Hello friends, welcome. In today's video, I am finally in my craft room creating, and it's been a while since I've been here, but I wanted to make this sunflower journal for a friend. And yeah, so this is going to be a little kind of craft with me, creating this junk journal. I took out a couple of papers here, as you can see. This is like that packaging, like a really light paper. I just kind of grabbed a little bit of everything that I had there, mixture of different kinds of papers, textures, and some cardstock and what have you. So I already, as you can see, folded some of these that I had on the side there. There's some coffee dyed paper, some grid paper. These are all coffee dyed papers. Some of these are coffee, some of these are tea dyed. And this cover is actually made from two placemats, and I just sewed the placemats together. I really like the way they feel. It's a lot larger than what I normally would make, so you could add like two papers like this on top of each other and kind of make that into like a little pocket if you want. I just used all kinds of different size papers in here, and it worked out nicely. I'll also timestamp in the comment section. If you want to skip all this part, you can get straight to the flip through of the book, or you can stick around and create with me if you like as well. So I just have some music sheets there, some cardstock that I wanted to use, and that kind of evens out the size of the paper using those 12 by 12 sheets. I just folded them in a way that it just fit perfectly in the book. So yeah, I just took out, like I said, a bunch of different papers. This is two placemats sewn together for the cover, and I really like the images on here. It gave like a really rustic vintage feel. I think I got it from a thrift store, those placemats. Here, just have a couple items, some stamps I took out, some trim, glue, and a pair of scissors, stapler. If you're gonna craft with me, just take out all the things that you like to create with. Faith-based stamps and a couple different stamps that I felt went with this. So I'm gonna be creating from start to finish the junk journal. I'll even add some ephemera. I didn't record every single detail just because it would have made the video a lot longer, but I tried to fast forward through most of it and get a little bit of everything, and I'll just be explaining as I go. So I did take out the music sheets, some of these coloring pages from that floral book there. I pulled out all the papers that I wanted in those sheets again, some trim and coffee dye papers. So you can really just mix it up, put whatever you have in your stash inside the book. I was trying to go with like the tones and colors that was already on the cover. So I was just here seeing the size of the book and how I was going to fold these pages, so you can see. So just sizing, and looking at how I want to place all the pages inside the book. I think I ended up doing 3 signatures in here, and yeah, I didn't want to make it too bulky, but it ends up getting a little bit chunky because I do decorate just slightly. I tried to leave a lot of blank pages for journaling. Did a little bit of embellishing and decorating inside the book. So you'll see that at the end. Again, I'll leave some timestamps in the comments below if you want to just skip to that part. The flip through of it, go right ahead. And yeah, and also I'll try and list most of what I use in the description box as well. And if you have a bone folder, it's a lot easier. I'm just using the ruler. Since I have gotten back, this is like the first time I'm actually creating something like this. I worked a little bit in my planner, but I haven't like sat down in this craft space and actually created something in a very long time. So I did clean up the whole craft room, and then making this journal I made a huge mess. Just have everything everywhere at this moment, so I'm gonna try to clean it again, and then maybe do a little craft space tour or room tour of how I have everything set up. Hopefully soon I can do that. But yeah, that was requested from someone here on a previous video if I can show, the new space. So I do plan on doing that soon as well. Once I get this whole place cleaned up again, because I finally did clean it and organize everything. I still do need to put up a few more shelves and some pegboards back on the walls. I was looking for the wall hooks to mount it, and that was in the garage somewhere. It's been, yeah, just trying to get through everything in the garage and unbox everything and find little pieces here and there. So I actually had to order some of the parts from IKEA. If you don't know, they actually will ship you missing parts for free. You can go on their website or in the store and just like find out what part you're missing, and they will mail you whatever part you need. So I had to order some parts that I was missing. And yeah, they finally just came in. So hopefully we can get those pegboards mounted, and I'll try and do a full tour of the new space here. It's not that fancy, but yeah, it's I'm grateful for the space that I do have, and I'm able to keep everything primarily in the same area as to before. I had everything throughout the house, in the last place we lived in. So now I actually have this space that I'm able to keep most of my, craft related items here in the room. So I do appreciate that. And these journal pages had like these little quotes in the back of them. And I thought this would be a nice space as well. You can journal in the back where it's like, blank, and actually color the front and, decorate how you like. So I really like adding these coloring pages as well. And I think I got these in the at Hobby Lobby, like the coloring. I mean, you can find these coloring books anywhere really. They have them at Walmart. Yeah, but I like the these specific images, and I thought it went well with the book. And they have some quotes there on the bottom as well, as you can see. I also was using the ruler to trim down some of the pages, cut everything down to size. I just used different size papers to fill in the journal, since this journal is a lot larger than most journals that I do make. I think this might have been one of the largest that I've made, and I think it was an 11-inch by 7 inches, something around there. Sometimes when you coffee dye paper, the corners may rip or you get some kind of tear in the edge. So this is just my way of fixing that. It does give it a little more character, I guess you can say, right? Yeah, it's not the ideal thing you would want to happen, but if something does happen like this where your page rips, you can easily either leave it the way it is or cover it up like I'm doing. I'm just putting like a little bottom pocket here to fix that. And yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and sew that in. And then I also did grab some trims that I want to sew on these pages. I did divide them into 3 different signatures, as you can see here. I took it to the sewing machine and I sewed in all of the pages. I sewed the trim first on the pages, and then I sewed the individual signatures in. And now I just took out some ephemera and different kind of items that I'm going to be using to embellish the journal lightly. I'm not going to try to do too much, but I did want to embellish it a little bit and then also add some ephemera. So in this part, I'm going to be doing that as well. Then I just had some plain paper strips there that I had a whole nother project with that I'm going to be doing. But I did add some lace to the cover to decorate a little bit the cover with. And later on, I'll also be adding a little tassel or a little dangle there. So again, here I'm just showing you briefly what I've done. I just sewed in all the signatures. Again, first I sewed all the trims onto the pages and borders or whatever I wanted to do before sewing the signatures in. Normally I would do a pamphlet stitch. That's fine. You can also do a pamphlet stitch as well. But in this one, I just took it to the sewing machine and just sewed it straight onto the cover. And I also had here this little sunflower crochet piece that I had made quite a time back, and I thought it would look really nice as a paper clip. So I just put some felt in the back and glued this onto a paper clip that I had there. It's like an extra large paper clip, so you can see here, and just hot glue that right on. That was the back, so this was the front. Flip it over, and yeah, just hot glue that on to this paper clip. And yeah, I thought that was really cute. And I really hope that she enjoys this journal. I wanted to make her something special, just as a thank you. And yeah, I really hope you enjoy it. I'm not going to post this video until she receives it, because I don't want, in case she does see this video, I want her to receive the journal first, and then yeah, I'll upload this video afterwards. So I did grab some napkin to kind of decoupage or just place a little piece on the corner here. Just glued it lightly down with some glue stick and pressed on it, and then just tore it up just to give that page a little more decoration. And again, I'm not going to do too much because I don't want to do too much, but I didn't also want to leave it bare, so I did a little bit. And I actually had some napkins and paper plates that matched the placemat, which is the cover, but I couldn't find it, so that was super frustrating. I spent several hours making a mess, looking for the matching napkins and paper plate to the cover, which is a placemat, and I couldn't find it, so that really sucked. But I did find this other napkin that went really well with the sunflowers on it, so I just am adding that. And I found some other like pumpkin napkin that I thought would look cute in here for the fall. And yeah, I just am now adding some distress ink to distress up those pages a little more and kind of just blend everything in with the coffee dyed papers. And adding some extra sunflower stickers to add detail throughout the journal and kind of just make it a little more cohesive. And that's pretty much it. Just want to go ahead and distress all of that as well. And so I'm gonna make a few tags, handmade tags, with decoupage, and I'll be doing that here shortly as well. But I do go through the book several times, to flip through, see what it needs. Let me know what your process is too. I'm always interested in hearing what other people's process is. So normally I would do as I did, right? Just grab a bunch of things that I think would go nicely with the journal. I try to gather all my supplies up in the beginning, but sometimes as I go through it, I do end up finding little things here and there that I want to add to it. That's when the book gets really bulky. But it did happen a little bit here. I started finding things as I went on that I wanted to add to it, and I just kept adding and adding. But eventually I did come to a stop, and yeah, I think it came out really nice. I did want to add some of these stamps of crosses across the border of the page for some more detail. And my voice may sound a little cracky right now because it is about 4 o'clock in the morning. I could not sleep, and I woke up. I filmed this video yesterday, and then I wanted to do the voiceover, but I didn't get around to it because we had to run some errands, and the kids had soccer and all these other things. So, yeah, lately I haven't been able to sleep. But I just woke up and I'm like, well, let me do the voiceover now because it's nice and quiet. So sorry if my voice sounds like you can hear it in my voice. But yeah. I just was making a few tags, and I'm gonna stamp on these. It's a really simple, quick, easy way to decorate your tags with some, stamps that you like. And I just added some of this trim to the top of it and just stapled it on. You can also sew it, glue it, use whatever you have. So I just had the stapler there, so that was pretty simple and easy. And a few other ones I do take to the sewing machine and kind of sew around it just to enforce all the layers together. I would normally sew around those tags so that I make sure that everything stays put, because I would hate when you add glue to something, a napkin or whatever, and you put it on, and eventually later on, as time goes on, it may lift off the paper. So I normally like to sew those type of things. That's when I'll take it to the sewing machine. But yeah, and today I actually have to get up super early to take Penny to dance, and then Paige has a game today, a soccer game in the morning. She has some photos that she needs to take too with her team, so I'm gonna be back and forth between dance and soccer today, and then after her soccer game she has to go to dance. So they've been rehearsing for the Nutcracker, so that's super exciting. And yeah, she's kind of disappointed that she has to miss some of rehearsals for the Nutcracker today, because it just so happened that soccer and dance kind of ended up was scheduled the same day, so same time frame, but she'll be there later on, so whatever she missed she'll catch up. But she was just a little worried that she would miss a lot. But yeah, and yesterday was Penny's game, so last night, and yeah, so that's pretty much what I've been up to. Just settling in and, getting the kids integrated with homeschooling and extra activities and sports and whatnot. So, yeah, I also had this little envelope here that I was gonna put there. I don't know, we call this like a little gasoline bag or something like that. And I wanted to put like a little tag in here, so I just glued that straight on, and I did glue it with double-sided tape and then enforced it again with some glue stick. And then I found some of these coffee dyed tickets that I had there, just embellishing the page with it. They're just stapled down in the corner, and using some of my scraps to make some more tags and journaling cards and so forth. So yeah, you can definitely either, use a die cut if you have it, or you can just make tags as I'm doing here as I go. It's really simple and quick, and you can just embellish them, however you like. So many different ways to make tags, but here I just picked out some stamps that I liked, and I added another ticket to the top there to pull out. And yeah, I think this all came out really nice. Let me know what you guys think in the comments as well. And yeah, I love to engage with you guys and see what everybody's been up to as well. It's been so long since I have actually sat down and was able to do something like this and create. And it's so funny because, like I said in the beginning, that I cleaned the whole like craft space. I had it so nice and clean. I was gonna do that video and I would do a little tour, but then I ended up sitting down and starting on this journal. And then I also was looking for some things that I had placed aside to send as happy mail, and I couldn't find it. Before the hurricane happened, I was getting some happy mail ready to be sent to some friends in the Facebook group. I'll have the Facebook group in the description below if you're interested in joining the group. But yeah, I had some stuff that I was gonna mail out, and then when I got back, I had no idea where I placed it. Like, before we left, I tried to clean up a bit, try to pick up anything up from the floors, in the craft space or anywhere. The Hurricane Milton, on the news, it was just everywhere, and it was gonna hit our area really, really strong. So we were really concerned and worried, and the kids and I did leave for a bit, and we went to Georgia, and once the storm passed, we came back. So yeah, it was our first like major hurricane, and I was just like, really, I always have these like end of world dreams and like nightmares, and like these hurricane like dreams, or like something happening where it's like some type of natural disaster. Like, I'm always watching these natural disaster movies. I probably should stop, but that was what was going on, and it's like a huge fear of mine. And then moving to Florida, I was like, oh my goodness, like they always having hurricanes and all this stuff, and it became like something, I guess, in my subconscious, like I was thinking about. So this hurricane like really was freaking me out, and seeing all the news and everything they were reporting, just really, I got like in so scared. I was praying a lot, and I was just like, the best thing to do is just evacuate and leave. I'd rather be safe than sorry and stay behind. It was just so many different things going through my head. If you've ever been through something like that, you know exactly what I'm talking about. But yeah, it was just a lot. So anyway, long story short, we ended up leaving, and when I came back, I couldn't find anything, and I don't know where I put it. I just like, was panic cleaning before I left, and I think I did a really good job. I did such a good job that I didn't even know where I put it, because I cleaned everything up and I had no idea where I where I put everything. So anywho, I just been making a huge mess now, looking for the things, and I finally did find it. So yay for that. But yeah, it took hours and hours and hours, of course, of searching everywhere. And yeah, the place that I found it, it was just like, what? Like, why did I put it there? I was like, what was I thinking? It was yeah, I looked everywhere, and it took me forever to find it, but eventually I did, and it was on top. It was like between my table and one of my craft tables, and it was on top of a table underneath the craft table, but it in a position where like you couldn't see it, and I wouldn't even think I would put anything there. It was just like, it's really hard to explain, but maybe when I do the tour, I'll show you. But yeah, anywho, that's neither here or there. So this is again me just embellishing, and if you're creating along with me, let me know like your steps in the comments. Like, what do you like to do? What's your little method, how you like to do things. I'm always curious, like, what steps everyone takes. I was just covering the staples in the back there with a little sticker just to give it a more finished look. And then also inked around it, the edges to, finish that off. And then here I just had a die cut there that I thought would look really cute there. I didn't add too many die cuts here. I normally do like to add a few. But yeah, like I said, I just embellished very lightly. But this was another one of those napkins that I mentioned. So I just am taking off the 2 layers on the inside. Most napkins do have, the 2 layers there, and it's just so that it doesn't get so bulky and it lays nice and flat onto the paper. So I was going to take a few pumpkins out here, but I only took one. I just embellished the corner with it. Very simple. Stuck it down with some regular glue stick, and you can also put maybe some Mod Podge or rice paper glue on top to enforce it, make sure it stays down. But I just did it very lightly since this is so thin. I didn't want it to rip up, but I do end up taking out my Stamperia rice paper glue and putting that down on the paper just to embellish another one of these sheets. And yeah, you can do pretty much what you want here with that. So I'm just gonna decorate this page and just put the fall pumpkins on there. You want to do this part very lightly. I did end up ripping a little bit. It was a little aggressive when I put it down, and you can see, I don't know why I was stretching it out that way, but I did rip it a little bit. And that's okay. It doesn't look too bad. It's just like kind of like a little grungy look. I did place this paper on the back of it to protect the other pages, but yeah. And then I end up, since the sheet was a little thinner on the other side, I actually end up covering the back side with another piece of paper, and I take it to the sewing machine and sew around it just to enforce those edges down once again. So that's what I did there. And yeah, I hope you get inspired to create watching this back, and also maybe gives you a few ideas of what you can do in your journals as well. Grab some extra little napkins or whatever you have lying around that you can use to embellish. And this is just a manila folder. I'm cutting this up now. I used it to stamp on and cover for the glue, but now I'm gonna cut this up and make some tags out of it and also use it for some journaling cards. It's nice and thick, and it has like a little weight to it, so it's a little sturdier than just using a regular paper. I like to use these manila folders for that. I like to make it a little more sturdy, so I'm just gonna kind of match this up and put this paper, pretty much decoupage onto this tag with the pumpkins here. And yeah, and then just decorate a little bit there. But yeah, I just love decoupage, and it's fun and relaxing. I always find this part very relaxing. and just easy. And I think it's satisfying to just watch it all come together. So yeah, I think that, I don't know, I just started going a little off with these tags. And yeah, again, I really hope that she enjoys this. I did make this all with love, and I had so much fun making this. It was very therapeutic for me because it's been so long that I haven't been, in the craft room. So this was some much needed time to get my mind a little more at ease and relaxed and just more comfortable in this space. But yeah. And then I had some more like little, what is that called? Scraps. My mind is everywhere right now. But yeah, I had some scrap papers and I just made some more tags again. So just filling up, the journal at this point, trying to fill it up with different kinds of ephemera, tags and whatnot is one of those little easy things to do, very satisfying. And you can always add these to decorate the pages. You can use them, to send for happy mail, or to use when you're sending a gift or whatnot. I like to make my own tags, like and package when I'm selling things, like either on Macari or anytime I'm sending off a package. I'll put like a little bit of twine and a little tag on it, and just write like a little thank you note on it. Just an idea. But yeah, it's very, very simple. Just take any piece of scrap paper and so on. And I also do love wax seals. If you haven't seen my wax seal video, I'll go ahead and add it here because it's just so fun as well. It's very therapeutic, very fun. I love wax seals. And yeah, I didn't want to go ahead and plug the hot glue gun, so I'm just using these sticks right here. And I wanted to mix up the two colors, like a little darker, like rustic look with a more like gold. And yeah, I think it came out pretty good. Probably don't want to do it both at the same time. It's got a little messy, but that's okay. Yeah, and then I'm just gonna add this little pumpkin to the corner of the page. But I was in the mood to like play around with some wax seals because I was gonna send some off for Happy Mail, and I just thought this little pumpkin was cute because it went well. And I did add, I think, like a little sunflower one too to one of the pages. So yeah, just finding little items here and there that just go with the theme of the journal. And shortly here, we're going to do a flip through of everything and how it came all together. So here's the flip through. I did add some twine and some of these little key and peacock, and you already seen the front there. I added this little card, and this is how the tag came out completed. I just sewed around the edges, like I said, to enforce all of that. There's a little checklist there, and I put that there to cover the page, or you could do some journaling on that side underneath. Some little leaf trim on the top there, some stamps on the side of the pages. Here's how these little tags came out. This is a little journaling card on an index card there. Did some decoupage with the same napkin there. Some of the tags that you seen me create there. And this is just an embossed paper with some gilding wax on top of it, some gold gilding wax. This is how the sheet came out, and the stamps, as you can see. I just added some stickers to that page. It's a plain little card that you can use to either add a photo or send off to someone or do some journaling inside. Then here's like one of those little double pockets. That's a little wax seal that I told you I added the sunflower, and then some little stickers here to embellish the journal with. And here's another little card that I created. I thought that looked really good with the little sunflowers. This one says fabulous fall, little cutout to decorate as well. And I embellished this little, put some beads on a paper clip there. It just says handmade with love on it. And then a little piece of paper there to decorate with as well, and maybe journal on. Here's another little pocket with a little tag on it, and some more tags to go inside. So double pocket there, flip, and you can just go ahead and cover it there. Some more writing space to journal on. You've seen me decorate that page, and that was the other side that I told you I enforced it with. And another little journaling card. I also did cut out that side. So there's a little gift I added there, just a little bracelet that says, I think, breathe or believe on it. So I hope she really likes that as well. Some more tags. And there's a little baggie with that tag you've seen me make. And I thought this would be cute to like just add a photo in here, or maybe some journaling, a little cute little spot there with that pretty yellow shimmer paper. There's a little recipe card and a little doily and some other little planner stuff there. This is a pocket. You can add some stuff to it, some more green paper, and a little double tag there again. Some little double pockets with some little tags in it. And here's another little writing space. I just added that tape to close it, and a Bellyband with a bookmark and a little tag there as well, all sunflower themed, and a little pocket at the back here with a little booklet in it for some more journaling space. And that is it. I hope you guys really enjoyed, and don't forget to give the video a big thumbs up and a like. I was just checking with the ruler, the sizing here, it's 11 inches by 7, like I mentioned before. Again, thank you all so much for your time and spending this time with me. I hope you guys created something unique and special, and I will see you soon in another video. Thanks again for your love and support, and again, I hope the person that this goes to really enjoys it. I had so much fun making it. Thanks again for your time and attention here, and I will see you soon in another video. Don't forget to give it a thumbs up and subscribe for more. Thanks. Bye.